Hello everybody, my name is Tanya and welcome to my channel where I like to do art creations. And what I have here today is a pussy willow drawing that I did, or painting that I did, using acrylic markers. Everything I did is with acrylic markers except some dots. I did use a white gel pen, but it's a really simple, easy thing to do if you have some acrylic markers. So I have these Meeden acrylic markers that I got for Christmas, and I haven't really used them much, so I thought this would be a good thing to do with these markers. Try to do a whole painting with markers. Um, these are the colors that I have that I'm using for this, and they came out of a 48 marker set. There they are, the Meeden markers, acrylic marker, and they are the brush tips. And this set, as you can see, it's kind of a pastel colors. Really good for springtime. They're not really super bright colors, and I do like them. I haven't been able to use them much. Here they are swatched out. And so I'm going to be using, let's see, 6 of these colors that I will tell you what they are along the way. Well, 5 colors, 1 black and 1 white. So what I'm using is it's a toned mixed media paper from Strathmore, and it's a gray tone, and I cut it into a 6x6 piece, and I'm going to be taping that to my little clipboard there with just regular tape that I used for my watercolor paper. And this is a pretty simple basic drawing, but I wanted to do something that I could use my markers with, like I said, and kind of springish. So that is number 509, which is a light green. They call it light green. And I'll tell you the number and the color as I go. And if you don't have these Meeden markers and you have some other acrylic markers, you could probably find something that's similar, or maybe similar color. This would actually be a really fun and easy, well, not, I don't know about easy, but fun thing to do also with gouache, even acrylic paint. It's a simple kind of basic layering of color, starting with but darker to light. And I think any skill level could do this. So here I am. I went both ways with my light green, horizontal and vertical. And then I wanted to add a little bit more of a color, like a different color, so a bit lighter. So I added, it's number 597 light turquoise. Now, the other acrylic markers that I've used are Posca pens, and I do think the Poscas are a little bit more opaque than these from what I can tell so far, but I do like these markers. So I'm just taking a regular pencil and I'm just sketching in my 3 twigs of my pussy willows, just with a regular drawing pencil to use as a guide. And so I start out with number 797, which they call Payne's Gray. To me, it's not really a Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray to me maybe is a little darker, has maybe more blue, but they call this Payne's Gray. I noticed the names of the colors that names of the colors they use for the pens, to me, when I swatched them out, don't really look like the colors that they're calling them. But hey, they're still nice colors. So yeah, that was a Payne's Gray, and I'm just kind of starting from the darker to lighter. So I just put the little blobs where I think the pussy willows are going to go along that branch that I drew with the pencil. Then I'm taking the next color, which they called neutral gray, which is number 798. And then I'm just going around those darker circles that I made. I don't know if they're really circles, they're ovals. So I'm going around those with that neutral gray acrylic color. I want to start using these markers a little bit more, so acrylic markers, so don't be surprised if you start seeing a little bit more videos with my using my acrylic markers. I do like using them with watercolors too, and I even thought maybe it'd be fun to do this as a oil pastel with some acrylic on there too, but I thought, well, no, I'm going to just use just the acrylic markers by themselves. So I'm just going over doing a second coat because it seemed a little dark to me. So I just wanted to kind of go over it so it was just more opaque, I should say. So it stood out more. So then here's black, which it's number 793, and I'm just sketching in my twig. This paper works really well for these acrylic markers. I've also used this paper for my gouache paintings. And actually I got it as just a big sheet. It came in a big sheet and I just cut it into 6x6 squares. I got it at a hobby store. Next I'm coming in with, they call it burnt umber, number 687. Just going over the twig with the burnt umber. And they dried pretty quickly, so I didn't have to wait too long between each layer. And then now I'm coming in with my white, and I'm just going around each oval pussy willow with my white, and I'm making sure I leave the center there darker to create like a dimension. Then I'm just going to be adding dots to these pussy willows just to give them that fuzzy look that makes them so cool looking, makes them so pretty. So I just go around each one. I didn't record the whole thing, me going around each one, but just go around each one with the white marker and then come back with little dots just to create that fuzzy effect. I did notice that this white is not as opaque as, like I said, the Posca. And it's not as opaque as like my white gel pen either, but it is nice. It does, work well when if you don't need something that's super white or opaque. And I have another marker that I like that's kind of similar to this. It's the Sharpie Creative Marker, and it's not super opaque either. And I do like to use it for, it does give things a nice white glow when, if you don't want something to like stand out bright white, it does give it a nice glow. And this marker's the same as the Sharpie. They both do that really nicely. And that was all done. And then just came back with my waterproof pen, black pen, just to give a little bit of some dimension to the twig there, adding a few little lines. And then I come with my white gel pen because I wanted to make some of the white areas just pop out a little bit more to kind of give it a little bit of a brightness and kind of make it look a little bit more three-dimensional, because the white, looks like it's, the whiter the white, the more it looks like it's closer to you. So I thought I'd give a little bit more of a few dots there in the middle of the Pussy Willows. And that is about it. So I hope this gives you a little bit of an inspiration, maybe to try one yourself. It's really easy. It's fun to do. Sometimes it's nice just to do something simple. Something you can do like in half an hour or so. So you feel like you've done something creative. I know we're all busy, so it's nice to have something simple to do sometimes. And I think it has a nice spring look to it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy it, and you like and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you soon with the next video, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.